Good evening. I am Dr. Vidya Shakuntala, pulmonologist in Saraswati Multi-Speciality Hospital. So today, let me share a few words about sleep apnea. There are many sleep-related breathing disorders worldwide. Out of which sleep apnea is quite common. So what is apnea? Apnea is nothing but cessation of breathing for more than 10 seconds. These people, they used to arise during night from their sleep due to this condition. So how will they present? What are the symptoms? They'll have excessive snoring, due to which they used to get up from their sleep very often, and they usually have insomnia. Because of this, the next day they will have excessive daytime sleepiness, headache, impaired concentration, and they will find very difficulty in concentrating in their day-to-day activities. They tend to sleep very often, like even while sitting, while watching movies, even while driving, they tend to sleep. So it is very important to diagnose these sleep apneas so that they can get it corrected very easily. Actually, why is the sleep apnea happening? It is happening due to the airway collapse during sleep. So why is this airway collapsing? It can be due to many number of causes, but the major causes will be obesity. So when a patient is very obese, their neck thickness will be, neck circumference will be very high, and the soft tissues will be very high, so that it compresses the airway during sleep. The other causes will be when the tongue is very large, as in like macroglossia, or when they have enlarged tonsils, enlarged adenoids, and when their palate is very high in some developmental anomalies. So these patients, they tend to get apneas very often. Even when a patient is having thyroid problems like hypothyroidism, they also tend to get sleep apneas due to the large tongue. So based on these symptoms, we used to grade them with scaling, like Epworth Sleepiness Scale. Depending upon how often they fall asleep while sitting and watching or reading books, while traveling, even as a passenger, or while driving, while watching movies, we used to grade them according to the number of times they are falling asleep. And there is a term called AHI, which is nothing but apnea hypopnea index. AHI is the total number of apneas and hypopneas per hour of sleep. We have to count it and grade it. It can range from less than 5 is normal. When it is between 5 to 15, the patient is having mild sleep apnea. When it is between 15 to 30, it is moderate. And when it is going beyond 30, then the patient is having severe apnea. So according to that, he will be treated. How are we going to treat these apneas? First thing will be lifestyle modification. Since obesity is a major cause for these apneas, patient, he should try to cut down his weight. Weight reduction will play a very important role in these sleep disorders. Next one will be abstinence from smoking and alcohol. This is also very important for sleep apneas. Then third one will be, we can try some oral devices to prevent the collapse of airways. If at all surgery is going to help, like in enlarged tonsils or enlarged adenoids, we can go for a tonsillectomy or adenoidectomy. Then correction surgeries like uvulopalatopharyngeoplasties, these can be tried. But the most accepted treatment will be CPAP therapy. CPAP therapy is continuous positive airway pressure. That is, a continuous positive pressure will be provided so that the airways will be splint open and the collapse will be prevented. So CPAP therapy is very important in these patients. So before going to discuss about CPAP therapy, there is an important investigation for these patients, which is sleep study or polysomnogram. Polysomnogram is nothing but the patient will be studied exclusively for the presence of apneas, that is AHI, apnea hypopnea index, and everything like ECG, EEG, electrooclogram, electromyogram, everything will be monitored in these patients, whether there is respiratory effort or not, whether the airflow is present or not, and the total number of AHIs, everything will be monitored. And these polysomnogram, it has 4 levels. Level 1, it comprises all these tests, which will be conducted in a lab setting, and level 2, it will comprise almost 8, and level 3 is home study, and level 4, it involves only 2 of these parameters. And based on these tests, whether the patient needs CPAP or not, it can be arrived at. So when the patient's AHI is more than 15, he will definitely need CPAP therapy, and when the AHI is between 5 to 15, when there is excessive symptoms, we can put him on CPAP therapy. So getting tested for sleep apneas with the polysomnogram is very necessary for initiating treatment. There is split night study, where the first half of the study will be counting the number of AHIs, and the second half will be with titrating the CPAP and the pressure required for him. So based on that, he will be treated with the required amount of pressure therapy. So why treating these sleep apneas is very important is that since the patient is having a very poor sleep and the daytime sleepiness, he will get more amount of stress, which will lead to the development of cardiovascular complications like hypertension, stroke, and then coronary artery disease. These kind of occurrences are very common in patients with sleep apnea, and that is why testing a sleep apneas and getting it corrected with the CPAP therapy is very pivotal for preventing these cardiovascular and metabolic complications. So people, if you are having some sleep disturbances or excessive snoring, which is making you getting aroused from your sleep, please come forward and get it tested with a polysomnogram.